Hi Flosstube, my name is Chris. I am the camping stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram, and I am back with episode 15. It is Wednesday, November 9th, and it is my Friday because I have off for the next 2 days. It's Teachers Convention in New Jersey. So I don't usually go to convention, and so I have a long weekend, which is really nice. So that's how I am. I'm pretty jazzed about that. Hope you guys are doing good. If you are returning to come watch me jibber jabber again, I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this and my camping stories. If you're new, I'm sorry, and I hope you stick around. I hope you find something that you like. I primarily talk about cross stitch, so I may have other things here and there, knitting, crochet, quilting, whatever crosses my little path, but mostly about cross stitch, my obsession. So hope you're all doing well. I just want to say my thoughts are with everybody down in Florida who are unbelievably getting hit again. I have family down there, and they have not even recovered from the last storm that went through. So my thoughts and prayers are with you, and I really hope this newest hurricane gets out fast and leaves everything alone. I just can't even. I'm sorry. So I have been mostly stitching, going to work, stitching. The weather's been kind of weird here. We've had like really ridiculously warm weather, but it's been humid and gross, and when it's not like that, it's raining. So today it's actually cold, but it's crisp and it's nice and it's full, and I love it. I'm not sure what the weekend's going to be like, but I think we're going to get a lot of rain from that storm, but I think, I'll take it over the warm, gross weather we had last week. A lot of kids are getting sick, and grown-ups are getting sick from all this wacky weather. So anyway, keeps me busy. I have some things I need to get to this weekend, I hope. I have a couple of finishes. Well, I'm lying. I have one really big finish and a couple of almost finishes. So I'm not sure. I didn't bring the finish over. I should have. Hold, please. Okay, so I'm back. This is going to be on my new iPad. Now, one of the small reasons why I got the new iPad, well, the big reason was memory and all that other stuff, and was because I thought the new iPads all had the center camera, so I wouldn't have to look over here, and I got the iPad Pro. And so I have to look over here. Now, Becca Stitches said I should just put a sticker over there. And I think I'm going to take her up on that, because it's really hard to not look at yourself, to see that you're looking in the right place. And that's why I look at myself, not because I want to look at myself. It's just I want to see that I'm in frame and I'm showing things in the right way. And now I have to look at this imaginary dot. So I think I'm going to have to make a look here sticker and put it there. Anyway, to the stitching. I had a really big finish, and it's not a fully finish. I'm hoping to get to that in the next week, and this will be done ahead of schedule, and I'm really happy about it. It's my grandson's stocking, and I am just thrilled that I don't want to show his name, that the stitching is done, and I got the velvet and everything for it. So this is, let me move back, the stocking. I'm so excited. It just, once the back stitching got stitched on by me, there are these crystals, snowflakes that are added on. And then there is all the back stitching, and there's Santa. And then there's like beads in the front of the engine. It is so cute. I really love how it came out. This is a Stony Creek pattern. I think I ordered it right from Stony Creek, and I think, no, maybe I ordered it from 123 Stitch. Yes, it was 123 Stitch. So it is Stony Creek Santa's Train stocking, and it is done on 28 count Joblin. And I have the velvet to finish it, and I just have to be brave. Now, I decided against the cording for a few reasons. One of them being, I thought it would add a lot more bulk to it. And the other thing that was in the back of my mind was, I've seen cording on things that it's not, it fades or it discolors, and I just didn't want to put more onto the finishing of the stocking and have something get discolored. So I decided I'm not going to put cording on it. I'm just going to finish it with the velvet and make a velvet hanger, and that'll be done. So that's my big finish, his stocking. I'm really happy about it. I have a couple of things I've been working on that are almost finishes. The first one was I think it was Missy Timberlake, 2 Needles Pulling Thread, and Kathy, and a bunch of other people are doing this, or I don't know who originated it. It might have been Chrissy Friendly, a Farm Girl, and Stitchy Linda. I'm not really sure who the culprits were. You guys can let me know if I messed that up. Anyway, so Joy and Good Cheer, and it's the Joy Good Cheer Sal. And of course I jumped the gun totally because I had the pattern and I had some fabric and I had most of the floss, and I just love Brenda Gervais. So I had to start stitching it right away, and the Sal didn't even start. I'm like, ridiculous. So anyway, here is where I am. I have to put just some leaves, and it's the color Weeks Olive. I didn't have any Weeks Olive. I thought I did because my organization chart said I did, but I didn't because that was a lie. But maybe on this backer board you could see it better. So this is by Brenda Gervais. This is done on 36 count pecan butter by Lakeside, and I had a piece of it that I purchased at Stitches Unlimited probably over a year ago, and I was coveting the linen, literally. I didn't want to use it, so I couldn't get Brenda's Brew or whatever this called for, so I just thought it was the closest, and I like the way it looks on it. So that led me into the next almost finished, because I really should have started this first. Be Thankful, Brenda Gervais. And I don't know why I was on such a... You know what it was? I just got done with the stocking, and it was such an involved project that I finished it, and I was like, what do I do? What am I... And I have a basket full of whips that, should make me feel ridiculous. But I was like, I don't know what to stitch. And it was just, I think, after you finish something big, you're like, wow. So... Again, I was waiting for Weeks Olive and Classic Colorworks Just Rust. So on this, I just have the leaves to put in and the accents on the little blossoms. And that'll be finished and made into a pillow. I can't wait. I'm going to be doing a lot of finishing. I'm going to be stocking finishing. I have, I didn't finish casting a spell because I was so close to finishing the stocking that I figured I'm going to have a lot of Halloweens, I hope, to display that. And I wanted to really get the stocking finished. So I did that. So because I had to wait for the threads for these two, being that it's, what, Black Sampler November? Is that what it's called? I couldn't commit to a big anything because I have too many things. So I started Ye Old Crow sampler. And there was actually a reason, because I had a small little side piece of linen from these two, because these two, Be Thankful and Joy and Good Cheer, are done on the same 36 count pecan butter. So I had a little rectangle piece of it off to the side, so I started Ye Old Crow Sampler by Heart and Hand on that. And I am using the silks from Hand Dyed Fiber, Victoria Clayton. They're amazing. Yeah, everybody should have those silks, just saying. So I have to make sure I'm looking over there, right? Because I just caught myself looking over there. So, yes, those are what I've been working on. And then because I can't remember what I'm supposed to be working on, I saw Missy Timberlake post that she jumped in on the Christmas Rules Sal Primrose Cottage Stitches. Now, I hope I got the mirroring right on my iPad. I think I did. So I hope you're seeing this the right way around. I know the one time I held up a pattern and it was completely upside down. I did really finish, because I said I finished the first part and I didn't. I hadn't put that snowflake there. I didn't take it out of the hoop, sorry, because I'm working on it. And I am almost done with the second section. And this is a Sal with Cornhusker State Stitchers, Terri and Jaimie. They have it sectioned off into, I think, 8 sections. And it should be pretty close to right before Christmas. I might scoot ahead a little bit because I might want to decorate earlier. But I did a color conversion on this. If you want the color conversion, just send me a message. I will let you know what the colors are. I changed the red is DMC 815. This fabric is from, this is Hemmingway, 36 count from Needle and Flax. I wanted a more prim look, so I used DMC 815 for the red. They're right there. One moment. I'll get them and I'll tell you what the color conversion was. Okay. So, here we go. And still, if you want to write them down. So for the red that they called for Gentle Art Cranberry or DMC 3685. I used DMC 815. Now for the gray that they call for is DMC 318, which is the little buffalo check. So cute. Did you see it? It's little buffalo check presents. They're adorable. Oh my gosh. I love them. Anyway, the gray in there, I used Classic Colorworks Stormy Night instead of the DMC 318. And I'll write all this in the description box. I stuck with they had DMC 310. I picked the Gentle Art Pumpkin Pie for the small amount of orange they use for the snowman's nose. They have DMC 722. They have the white as DMC B5200, and I chose 3865, DMC 3865. For the brown, they picked Week Styler Cocoa or DMC 610. I'm using Cocoa Bean, which looks really nice. And I think, oh, the greens. They have a light green and a dark green. So their dark green is DMC 986, I think. Yes. And I replaced that with Classic Colorworks Balsam Fur. And their light green, which is 988, I picked Classic Colorworks Pea Pod. And they look really nice together on this fabric. I just wanted it more prim. I like prim better. So those are my conversions, and I'll put them in the description box. So, I think that's all the whips, because I think everything else really haven't made much progress on. So it's like, why would you want to see it again? I did want to say thank you. This was so adorable. I did talk to her ahead of time and get her permission. So, Little Annie Z, aka Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much. She sent me the most adorable little package and a lovely card. You know, just, it was so sweet. And so, she made all this. It's just, look at this. Look at this strawberry. I don't have any of these. This is so cute. It's just, whoop, whoop, whoop. Isn't it adorable? Look at that. She made these. She made these counting pins, which I wanted to wait for the Flosstube, so I haven't used any of these. These are just beautiful. Look at this. Oh my goodness. She's so talented. Lisa, you are so talented. And then a waxer. So, it was so generous and sweet and just lovely. And, you know, to thank, look at this. It's a bee honeycomb. So pretty. I thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. It was so nice of you to do that. Just so thoughtful. This community is just amazing. Oh, talking about community, I did my interview with Becca Stitches, and it was posted on Sunday. And so if you get a chance, I'll link it in the box below. Go give it a watch. There's actually a cameo appearance by Mr. Camping Stitcher because he didn't think we could see him. I don't know whether he thought he was out of frame or if he's really that stealthy. I'm not sure. But yes, thank you, Becca. She made it so much fun. I feel like I have you make such great friends, and Becca, I consider her a friend, and it was so nice to just chit chat and jibber jabber like I call it. I'm sure you'll find plenty of jibber jabber, but thank you, Becca, and I hope you guys enjoy it. We had a lot of fun. I'm trying to look at the list. This is the list right here. So, a couple of things. I just figured I'd mention like what I watched during the week. My playlist, what I like to say, my playlist. So, the people I've watched this week, I had a binge watching session with Justine and Shelley from Welcome Stitchery. Oh my gosh. I mean, I've watched them here and there, but I've never really watched a few, and they are hilarious. They have such a great relationship, and they're a lot of fun, and they have a lot of great stitching. So give them a, if you haven't already, I'm sure you have, but they're wonderful to watch and fun. Also, I've watched the Fanciful Flamingo, Alicia. She is so funny, and I really love her stitching, and her sense of humor is just awesome. And a couple, Chris and Chelsea from Ale and Ada, they just got back to making Flosstube again, and they talk about ales and stitching, beer and stitching. What else could you want? But they're a lot of fun. I like to see what they're up to. I'm going to catch up on some of their older Flosstubes too, because I have 4 days off, and I'm hoping I can get a lot done. So, I did that. Oh, okay, haul. So I did, when I was at a hobby house, I had purchased 2 patterns, and through no fault of anybody's, they didn't make it into my bag, so they actually did send them to me. So this is still part of my haul from Hobby House, and this was Fragments in Time from Summer House Stitchworks. I got number 5 and number 6. So I'm definitely, when I make these, I'm going to make them into pillows and put them in a dough bowl or a display. Or actually, you know, I would love to have a little shelf with all these displayed, because I think that would look nice year round. But I did order from Hollis Hands because I use this. I use this all the time. I use this every single day. And I've done it for the last 2 years. She's so quick too with the shipping. So it is the Book of Days for 2023. Got that. And I have to get with Fat Quarter Shop because I have their Stitchy journal, their project journals. I wanted to ask you guys about this. So I have 2 of these, and I'm going to have to get another one because I think I almost filled the second one. I have a volume 1 and a volume 2. And these just keep track. You keep track of your project. So you put the chart name, the designer, when you started it, when you finished it. I don't really keep track of my time. And I only put down flosses. I got better. Like here, what I used. I'll put called for flosses, or if I had a substitute, I'll mark them. But the thing I wanted to ask you about was I take pictures of the finished, not the fully finished all the time, but the finished stitching, and I post them in the journal. And I use my sprocket for that. So would you guys be interested? See, these are older. I was actually looking through this the other day, and this is how I get, actually I had one picture upside down. Like, who does that? I don't even know. So anyway, yes, I list my projects, and I put the pictures in the one section where it says floss, if I haven't, or I'll put it in the notes section if I haven't used that. But these are great. I keep track of the project and the details, so I know what fabric I used and what threads I used if anybody ever asked. The Book of Days, I just keep track of what I stitch each day, and I have that here. And of course I sticker the heck out of it. So this is November's. So I usually put up here, I'll put my new starts, and somewhere in here I'll put what I finished. Hopefully there's something to put. And over here I'll put fully finishes. And then each day I'll put down what I stitched on. I don't put like how long I stitched on it, but it's neat to see that, you know, most days I stitch. And I'll put when I make a floss tube and any kind of notable things. Like, of course, I put down no school, no school. Because, like, how could I forget that? But this is October's. So, and I did have some, what did I finish? I finished October's party and casting a spell. And I fully finished October's party. And I had four new starts. I mean, stuff going on to keep track of. So this is what I use. And it hooks up. You communicate with it. It's a little HP sprocket. I actually have a Polaroid zip too, but I like the pictures quality out of the sprocket. The Polaroid zip, they look like old time Polaroids. So I really like, for projects, I like to have what it really looks like and not like some. So here's a picture that I printed. That's how big they are. See, little. And then the back is sticky. So you just peel the back off and put your pictures in. Sometimes I'll put them in my Book of Days if I have room, and I just have this little carry case. You have to charge it. I mean, I find that if I can print out, I don't know, maybe 10 pictures or something, and the charge might start to go a little bit on it, but it charges quickly. So if you guys want to see, I was thinking about a video with, you know, how I keep track of my fabric and my floss and my charts, and what I do for record keeping. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll put something quick together. It won't be like a long drawn out. Well, I could make it long and drawn out, but I could do something. If you're interested, let me know. So That was lips. Oh, more haul. Oh my God, am I here today? Okay, so Hollis Hands Create. So I ordered the new book of days, and I did get the beaver from A Year in the Woods Cottage Gardening Samplings, because look at the tail. I have to do my owl. There's like, I want to start all the starts. I have a problem with starting, but I don't care because it's either started and living here or not started and living here. So one thing I did also forgot to show is, and you guys will all have yours, this was the fabric of the month from Fox and Rabbit in October, Yellow Clay. It's a really nice, really pretty sampler color. I don't know if I'm getting the light right, but this is what we got. I have to watch the time today. I have someone coming to pick something up. But okay, so then my other haul was because I needed the threads to finish the Brenner Gervais littles. So I got my olive. And I got my Just Rust. So guess what's getting worked on later. And I got some charts because I can't travel alone. And because I got the charts, I got Plum Street Samplers, Autumn, Cottage. And that required some... Now, I was smart about this. I was like, what do you need for that? Blue Heron, I didn't have that. I checked all the other flosses. I've got all the other ones. I'm just really loving smalls right now. So I did get that. And Family Farm Girl Chrissy and Stitchy Linda have declared another sale. I don't know when it starts. I'll make sure I know when it starts so that I don't start it early and prematurely start it. But when I saw this, I saw that it was coming out. I waited and waited and waited, and finally I found it. And I know it probably came out before I found it, but there are two versions of it. There's a Cardinal Kin 1 and a Cardinal Kin 2, and they're different color schemes. I think I might do both of them because I love cardinals. I just love birds. And because I felt like I needed to replenish some supplies, I got a fat quarter of Vintage Country Mocha. And that's the haul. That's the whole portion of the video. Now, there is a slight possibility that I could be going to Stitches Unlimited this weekend. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But it's been mentioned. And we'll see. I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's not that far away from me. It's probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. And if we go out to Lancaster, maybe we'll make a trip there. Not sure. I pre-ordered 2 things, and they were Brenda Gervais. Santa Stops Here. And there was one other that she put out. Can't remember. Anyway, now I'm up to the plans portion. So my plans are finish the stocking. That's number 1. I would like to sew the casting of spell pieces, and I actually was starting to finish that the other day. I cut out the foam board for the 4 or 6 central pieces that are flatter in the box, and I don't like it. And I kept thinking about Chrissy's finish of pillows in hers, and I really, really liked it. It's not that I don't like the way it looks. I do. Flat. I just think the pillows, I like the pillows better. I think they pop out more. So I messaged her, and she was kind enough to get back to me and tell me how far away from the stitching she sewed her pillows. So I'd like to do that. Complete, be thankful, and join good cheer into pillows. I also have to catch up on my Strawberry Manor sale. So I think I'm still working on October's. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So I'd like to catch up on that. Find out when the Cardinal Kin Sale is starting, because I want to make sure. And keep up on the Christmas Rules Sale, or maybe go a little ahead. I don't know. I kind of get going. That goes so fast. You know, letters go so fast. So I think that's about it. Yep. I think I went through my notes. See, I make them every time. Make them, try to follow them. I jibber jabber too much. I know, I'm sorry, but that's me. That's about it. If you guys have any tips on that stocking, I have 2 more videos to watch, and they are actually Stony Creek stockings. So I think by the time I'm done watching them, I'll have my courage and I'll be brave. Oh, yes. So the giveaway. Hang on a second. Okay, the giveaway. So I was giving away this pattern, Home of the Brave, Primrose Cottage Stitches, and you all left me some very nice comments, and I did the random comment picker for the word brave, and we have a winner, Elaine Edwards. And she said, "Happy anniversary. I enjoy your videos and know it must be hard to do after working in a stressful job. We appreciate it, brave." So Elaine, I will leave a comment on your comment, and if you could message me on Instagram, or you can use the email that is in the description box and get in contact with me and get me your address, and I will send that out to you. Thank you. So I almost forgot about that. I was like, what am I doing? I know there's something else. Anyway, that's it for now. I did this video a little bit later because I didn't want it to overlap with my interview with Sambry. And so I wanted to get it done kind of in the middle. She's going to be putting out interviews with Flosstubers. From what I understand, there's going to be one every Sunday, I think. I could be wrong. I think that's what she said. Anyway, she's going to be putting out quite a few of them between now and the holidays, just to keep us all entertained and, you know, some fun stuff to watch. So go on over to her channel if you haven't already and subscribe so you're notified of when these new videos come out, because I think she's got quite a few that are going to be released. So, and if you would like and subscribe and leave me your comments, I really appreciate it. Oh, one more thing. I do have a campfire story. It's kind of a brief one. Just on a side note, though, we don't really need to go campfiring anywhere. We have a resident, it seems, mama bear with 5 cubs. 5. One of them is really small, and he kind of lags behind, but my neighbor got a video of them. And it's 5. 5 of them. We all counted them quite a few times. So I haven't seen them myself. I just saw the video, but I'm sitting here. Here's where I'm sitting, and there's my window, and there's where the video happened, right across the street. So they're around. So anyway, campfire story. If you are not interested, this is the part where I tell a campfire story, and I didn't warn anybody about it before, but usually I tell a little story at the end. This one was about a loon. I really love loon ducks. I call them loon ducks. We used to spend a lot of time up in New Hampshire and Maine, camping each summer. And one particular place that we used to camp at has a small basin lake. It's called Basin. It's in the White Mountains. And we would take our kayaks camping with us. and we were kayaking. And loons are kind of, from what I understand and what I know about them, they are not very, they don't really like being around people. So like if you see like, there's like, they have in certain lakes, they have platform nests, and they'll put up signs and tell you to stay away. But I mean, they're not like totally antisocial, but I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, they're not like, they're pretty skittish. So you would hear them at night when they called. It was always such a neat sound, you know, to hear them call back and forth on the lake. And I was in the lake, and I don't often do this, go out in a kayak by myself, but I was actually tootling around. My husband was back somewhere fly fishing, so I knew he was around, so I didn't feel so weirded out. But I was on the lake, and it was before the days of really great cell phone cameras, so I had my actual SLR around my neck, and I saw a loon, and I was just paddling around, and I saw it dive, and I was like, wow, you know, they can really stay down a long time, and you never know where they're going to pop up, because they go down so far, and then they pop up in some entirely different place. So I'm just kind of like still, and I'm watching to see where it pops up, and it pops up right next to my kayak. I mean, I could have like reached out and touched it. I was like, oh, you know, and you don't want to move because you don't want it to leave, because you want to see it, but you want to get your camera up and you want to take a picture of it, because nobody's going to believe that this loon just swam up alongside your kayak with you in it. And it was like side-eyeing me. And well, let me tell you, me and this loon played for quite a while. It dove, and I paddled a little bit, and it came up right next to the boat again. And he dove, and I paddled again, and we were doing this for about a half an hour. It was awesome. And, you know, I never really had such a close encounter with one of my, you know, favorite birds. Wow, I'm jibber jabbering a lot. My throat went dry. But this was, you know, I have to see if I can dig out the pictures. I actually have printed pictures. That's how long ago it happened. But it was such a neat experience to have, you know, something so wild so close to you. Loons don't walk on land. They kind of like drag themselves. Their feet are too far back on their body for them to toddle around like ducks do. So you're not really going to see them on the shore. They are in the lake, and if they get up on their nest, they're in their nest. They're not, you know, they're either swimming around or diving, or they're not just walking around on the shore where you can feed them, or, you know, people shouldn't feed them, but people do. Anyway, that was my loon story. It was a neat experience, and they are so beautiful. They look fake. Their colors are so amazing. And this was a common loon. They're not so common. I mean, really neat experience. We've seen a lot in that area. That's the same area where we had the owl encounter. I had another owl encounter there up the road from that. So there's a couple of campfire stories I have left to tell, but I was thinking too, if I keep doing this, there might be a time when I actually run out of stories. So if you'd like to let me know some of your stories, and you want me to relay them, feel free to let me know in the comments if you want to, you know, share your stories. So that's about it. Elaine, message me your info. We'll get you this. I should be back in about 2.5 weeks, which puts us right before Thanksgiving. So if I can, I will make my next video the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. If I can't, for some reason, you know, things get hectic, have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I hope you get to spend some time with your family if you want to. I hope everything is going well with you, and I hope you get all the stitchy time you want. So stitch away. Thanks.